The crime gang Syndicate has kidnapped Juliet, the sister of Claire Sparks. You take control of Claire and her friends Mility Williams and Duke Sancho as they fight through the streets of London to take down the gang. Final Vendetta is just around the corner and we're absolutely hyped. Today we'll be showing you some more of the game, how it plays, the different modes, and how the cast of characters function. Final Vendetta plays like a classic beat 'em up from the arcade. Timing of your attacks, techniques and super moves is key, whilst also making sure to avoid your enemies who can overwhelm you if you're not careful. You move with the control stick with a double tap left or right, taking you from a walk into a sprint. By double tapping up or down, you can duck and dodge incoming attacks too. Quite unique to this beat 'em up is the block button. You can block incoming attacks with precise timing, but bear in mind not every attack can be guarded. Each character has a number of basic strikes, grab variations, moves and techniques, including the ability to strike behind if someone is sneaking up on you. With experimentation, you'll be able to work out how to knock enemies off the ground and keep them airborne as you juggle them with attacks to build up that combo count. When they come back down to earth, make sure you kick them when they're down. You'll see the super meter in the bottom left of the screen at all times. Time your super attack well. It can be used at any time, but you'll lose health if your meter isn't full. It's best to save it for tactical moments when overwhelmed with enemies. If you lose a life mid-brawl, and you will, don't worry, you'll clear the screen when you return to action. Final Vendetta has a varied cast with different sets of skills. Duke Sancho is a bare-knuckle fighter from the streets of London.
Let's go!
He's fast, nimble, and great at building up combos. His moveset includes rapid-fire punches, close-range elbows and uppercuts, well-placed footwork, and a bicycle kick that can launch foes into the air. He can even wall kick from the edge of the screen if you're wanting to really show off. If you're in trouble, his hurricane kick can help get mobs off you in a pinch. Born and bred in Essex, Claire Sparks isn't to be messed with, bringing danger to the battlefield equally with her arms and legs. Claire's martial arts background is put into action with her moveset via elbow strikes into palm thrusts, flying knee strikes, or devastating axe kicks. Claire can also use her throw in two unique different variants. She can do a short basic monkey flip, or with an extra hold of the throw button, she can extend it into a long distance rolling variation. Her flash kick is a full 360 roundhouse that dishes out knockbacks to whoever is in its path. Finally, Mility Williams is a Canadian former pro wrestler, just in case the physique and sunglasses didn't give it away.
Who's next?
He's equal parts buff, brute and refined athlete, busting out drop kicks, spine breakers, which can also be caught from mid-air, clotheslines, suplexes and long distance throws. He has a mean right hand that can decimate anyone who gets in front of it, and his special axe handle move will prevent anyone getting too close. As well as all that, what would a wrestler be without an elbow drop? Mility's version would make many wrestling legends of old truly proud.
I'm untouchable!
Final Vendetta also features a number of different game modes. First up is Arcade. This sees you fight through 6 different locales, including the streets, underground, docks, Club Tiger, and more as you try to take down the gang leaders from Syndicate and find Juliet. There'll be a number of different enemies to face off with throughout levels. Make sure to learn their movesets and not go in fist blazing. Speaking of movesets, each stage features a unique boss as well. Be careful, some of them are pretty dangerous.
Surprise!
And eccentric. Helpful things to know whilst out on the streets: additional lives are hidden out of plain sight, and you can find one of them in every level. Here's one of them. Weapons are a very powerful resource, from knives to cricket bats, but you need to be careful. If you get knocked down, they are gone for good. Fancy putting everything into one attack? Throw the item to maximise damage. Smash everything you see. A barrel or phone booth will contain all the street food or treasures you could ever need. Just a normal day in London. As well as arcade, there is also a boss rush mode where you can face off with each boss from the game back to back, and a survival mode where you can take on an onslaught of endless enemies. All of these modes can be played with a second player on co-op, and that's where the fun really starts. After all this collaboration, you'll probably have had enough of your friend on the sofa. Settle a score with a friend in versus mode and really put your skills to the test. Final Vendetta also features a number of extras such as achievements to collect, CRT filters to make it look a little bit more retro, and a couple of other extras. We can't wait to bring Final Vendetta to you on the 17th of June, physically and digitally, and we hope you've enjoyed our preview. Stay tuned to our socials as the game approaches launch.